One night, the most powerful king on earth woke up terrified. Pharaoh, the ruler who called himself a god, saw a horrifying dream. A fire came from the direction of Syria and burned the homes of every Egyptian noble and every palace connected to Pharaoh. But strangely, the homes of the Israelites remained untouched. The next morning, Pharaoh had no idea that this dream would lead to the birth of the very child who would destroy his kingdom forever. And that child was Prophet Musa, peace be upon him. At that time, Egypt was one of the greatest empires in the world. Massive palaces, huge armies, unlimited wealth, and ruling over all of it was Pharaoh. A king so arrogant, he didn't just demand obedience. He claimed to be a god. The people feared him. His soldiers obeyed him blindly, and nobody dared challenge his power. But there was one group Pharaoh could never fully control: the Israelites, the descendants of Prophet Yaqub, peace be upon him. Generations earlier, during the time of Prophet Yusuf, the Israelites had settled peacefully in Egypt. They worshipped Allah alone. They refused to bow to Pharaoh. And because of that, they became targets of oppression. Pharaoh forced them into slavery, hard labor, humiliation, torture. They were treated like they had no value, but Allah was watching everything. And deep inside Pharaoh's palace, the beginning of his downfall was already being written. One night, Pharaoh saw a dream so terrifying that it shook him to his core. He immediately gathered priests, magicians, astrologers, and advisors from across Egypt. Then he described the dream. A fire had entered Egypt, burning the homes of Pharaoh's people, while the Israelites were left unharmed. The room fell silent. Then the astrologers gave their interpretation. A boy will soon be born among the Israelites, and through him, Pharaoh's kingdom will fall. Those words changed everything. Fear entered Pharaoh's heart. For the first time in years, the so-called god of Egypt felt powerless. So he made a brutal decision. Every newborn Israelite baby boy would be killed. Immediately, soldiers spread throughout the land. Homes were searched. Families were terrorized. Mothers cried in fear. Thousands of innocent babies were slaughtered. Egypt became a nightmare. But no matter how powerful a king becomes, he can never stop the plan of Allah. Eventually, Pharaoh's advisors warned him, "If all the Israelite boys are killed, who will serve us in the future? Who will do the hard labor?" So Pharaoh changed the order. 1 year boys would be killed. The next year they would be spared. And during one of the years of killing, a woman from the Israelites became pregnant. She had no idea her child would one day stand before Pharaoh himself. She was the mother of Prophet Musa. Allah protected Prophet Musa before he was even born. His mother showed almost no signs of pregnancy. The spies searching for Israelite women never noticed her. Quietly, secretly, she gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. But the danger was everywhere. Pharaoh's soldiers were still searching homes. Every cry of the baby felt terrifying. For months, she hid her son the best she could. But eventually, she realized she could not hide him forever. Then Allah inspired her heart with an unimaginable command. A command no mother could ever imagine. Place your baby into a box and cast him into the Nile River. Think about that moment. A helpless mother holding her newborn child, placing him into a river alone, not knowing where the water would take him, but trusting Allah completely. With tears in her eyes, she placed Prophet Musa inside the box. Then she told his sister, "Follow the basket and watch where it goes." The river carried the child quietly through the waters of Egypt. And then something unbelievable happened. The basket drifted directly toward Pharaoh's palace. The very man trying to kill him was about to raise him under his own roof. Inside the royal palace, Pharaoh's wife was relaxing near the water with her servants. Suddenly, she noticed a strange box floating nearby. She ordered her servants to bring it to her. When the box was opened, inside was a beautiful baby boy peacefully sucking his thumb. The queen's heart instantly filled with love. She picked him up gently and held him close. At that very moment, Allah placed mercy for Prophet Musa inside her heart. Some people in the palace became nervous. What if this is the Israelite child spoken of in the prophecy? Even Pharaoh became suspicious. But his wife said, "This child could become the comfort of our eyes. Let us keep him as our son." Pharaoh replied, "He may be comfort for your eyes, but not for mine." Ibn Abbas said that if Pharaoh had also accepted the child with love, Allah may have guided him. But arrogance had already sealed his fate. The queen named the baby Musa, meaning the one taken from the water. But another problem quickly appeared. Baby Musa refused to drink milk from any woman brought to him. Nurses came one after another, but he rejected them all. Meanwhile, Musa's sister was secretly watching everything from a distance. Then she stepped forward carefully and said, "Should I guide you to a family who can care for him sincerely?" The queen agreed. And by the mercy of Allah, the woman chosen to nurse Musa, peace be upon him, was his own mother. Imagine that moment. The mother who feared losing her son was now being honored inside Pharaoh's palace because of him. Allah returned her child back to her safely, exactly as he promised. Years passed. Prophet Musa grew up inside Pharaoh's palace. He saw the injustice, oppression, and cruelty around him. And when the time came, Allah chose him as a prophet. He was commanded to stand before Pharaoh and deliver the truth. The same ruler who once tried to kill him now stood face to face with him. Prophet Musa alayhis salam called Pharaoh toward Allah, but Pharaoh's arrogance only grew stronger. Finally, Allah commanded Prophet Musa to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. Thousands escaped during the night, but Pharaoh refused to let them go. Filled with rage, he gathered his massive army and chased after them. Soon the Israelites reached the edge of the Red Sea. The sea was ahead of them, Pharaoh's army behind them. Panic spread among the people. It looked impossible to escape. But then, Allah commanded Prophet Musa to strike the sea with his staff. And suddenly, the sea split apart. Massive walls of water rose on both sides. A pathway appeared through the middle of the sea. The Israelites crossed safely, and Pharaoh rushed in after them with his army. But the moment they entered completely, Allah commanded the sea to close. The water crashed down. Pharaoh and his army drowned. And in that exact moment, the dream Pharaoh once feared finally came true. The child he tried to kill became the reason his kingdom was destroyed forever. The story of Prophet Musa teaches us something powerful. No matter how strong a tyrant becomes, Allah is always greater. Pharaoh had armies, palaces, wealth, power, but none of it could stop the decree of Allah. And the baby he feared most was raised inside his own palace. Because when Allah protects someone, nobody can harm them. If this story touched your heart, share this video so others can reflect on the power of Allah and the incredible story of Prophet Musa. And subscribe Islamic Nation TV for more emotional Islamic documentaries and Quranic stories.